Guys, so in this video we'll have spoilers for the cover of issues 1 and 2 of Cyclops, his solo series, and this is his 4th solo series minus the other appearances he has. So the first 2 issues I like it a lot, and my impressions on it are really interesting because I am a X-Men fan, but not a very huge knowledge of them because I only focus on certain characters I enjoy. And because Cyclops is a cool leader and a mutant, and he eventually will be in Marvel Rivals, I'm more excited to know more about his solo series, his character, and so forth, especially in the X-Men 97 TV show and the X-Men animated series. He was really cool. In the 97 series, he made him look amazing, and he was a really cool leader of the mutants and the X-Force in general, because the appearance that he had in X-Force 2010, I believe, was really cool. It showed him more being heartless and what it was needed to be done, even though he wasn't part of the group at all because he was leading the X-Men. But with this solo series, it focused on him by himself, and it introduced us a new character named Mai, or Me, however you want to pronounce it. And it also gives us more details, a little bit details of his origin of living in the orphanage with his brother Alex, and the fallout between him and his brother, and after everything of Krakoa, and pretty much stuff like that. And while I was reading these 2 issues, it never occurred to me this could be a potential retcon or a reboot, because I was watching a video of Comics Explained, and Comics Explained does an excellent job on character breakdowns, histories, and his channel is really good, and I enjoy watching every video he released. So I'll post the link of his breakdown of Cyclops' origin into the description below, because he goes into further more details about these characters. But also he mentioned in his video that this could be a potential reboot or retcon, and it never occurred to me because there's a solo issue for Rogue, a solo issue for Psylocke, and of course Cyclops. And with those 3, it never occurred to me this could be a retcon, because I thought they were just giving these characters more spotlight, more growth, or more stories for them to do ventures on their own without having their teams and stuff. But from reading it and rereading it, it makes sense now because they're adding stuff to Cyclops' origin, and that wasn't necessarily there, or was there but not necessarily explored. And I like it because during the issue 1, Cyclops gets shot down and he hit his head, his visor breaks, and it released a massive shot of Octoblast, and it looks crazy, and I like it a lot. It shows how much raw power that Cyclops has, because his eyes open to pretty much another dimension full of unlimited energy. And this is my thought on it, depending on how far this issue is going to run, because it's a limited series, so they could stop at 12 issues or 18. But I wonder if they're going to explore more about his powers and see the potential of him actually controlling it and actually doing more with his abilities without the visor or without his sunglasses. And if they do, I'm all down for it. But for like outfits and stuff, he should always have the visor, because it makes him look really cool, because he has different visor designs throughout the years of comics, and some of them are really cool, and some of them are just basic. But who does, as long as the Cyclops looks cool, that's all that matters to me. But yeah, so that's all, pretty much all issue 1. It set ups with Cyclops being in the forest and with the Reavers hunting Cyclops down because Tearjerker, shot down Cyclops thinking it was an Avenger, and if it was, it would have been game over for them, depending on the Avenger. And said they had Cyclops, but they're still on the fence because Cyclops is still a strong mutant, a very strong one, because the leader of these Reavers are Daniel Pierce, and I'm interested of what they're doing in the mountain, because in issue 2 it explains a little bit of what they're doing is more like digging in the mountains with these other mutants they captured for this metal, and this metal is not really explained, and it's gold looking, so I'm not sure if it's like a hybrid version of vibranium, like, or what I mean by that is like vibranium and adamantium together and made this unique compound, or mysterium, or a whole new metal that has unique properties. And so I feel like this new metal is going to contribute to Cyclops' character a lot, because if the metal can be used for his eyes, where he can see without the visor, or make it to kind of like a lens, like not lens, contacts, where it'll shield his eyes from releasing but without damaging it, I think that'll be a really cool thing, because it'll give him more versatility of, if his visors break, glasses break, he got those contact lenses. But we really don't know how they're going to implement this metal, and there's no official name for it, so I'm calling it Cyclops metal. Sounds so generic, but it's going to be for him 100%. But that's how we know what the story's going to focus on, because Mai mentioned in issue 2 that she wants to go save her friends because she abandoned them, and the reason she couldn't save them is because her strength, she has super strength. She has cholesterol, so she, like, the way that she explained it is like when she's scared, her powers disappear, and it affects her, which is interesting. So, and that's more like a mental block, because when you're afraid, you pretty much block from your focus, and you can't achieve what you're trying to achieve in your goal. And that's the same thing I feel like with Cyclops, because even though throughout this history it shows that he can't live without his visor or his sunglasses, but I wonder if this is a mental barrier that he input himself, or Charles Xavier put himself, saying that he can't live without them, without being completely blind. And since his head had been hit, because in issue 1 he hit the tree really hard and his head's throbbing, so this could be a potential of him breaking that mental barrier and actually believing he can control the Octoblast and not always have it on, and can just shut it off. And this is what I really hope, that they emphasize him controlling that energy completely through through his hands or fingertips, however they want to do it, and not just his eyes, or where he can take the energy out of his eyes and make it like hard constructs of pure solid energy, where he can use as like a wall, make it like a wall of pure energy that can withstand anything, or a sort of it just being wacky, like being really wacky with these ideas. Like there's a lot, and powers can be limited to the user. So for Cyclops, I think him and Mai will definitely be good, and definitely will help each other to break those mental barriers, if this is the story that they're going with, because this is just the first 2 issues. So issue 3 won't come out until April 22nd, and we don't know how the ending of issue 3 will going to affect. And so issue 4 won't be coming out until I think in June or May. So that's pretty much on the releases. So if you want to get caught up now before it's too late, I definitely recommend it because the story is enjoyable. I really enjoy what we're going to get and how this will change our view of Cyclops, because in the first issue he did a ricochet shot finding the AIM agents, like the X-Men 97 series, the TV show, and pretty much being a leader, but more like a military leader, because he treats his friends like soldiers, which in the battle of attrition of mutants versus humans, that's all you need is soldiers. And so I want to know how far this will push him, because in issue 1, he had a little dream where he was waking up, where his friends that he led were dead, and he said resist. So it's like he's fighting himself with like making bad decisions and treating his friends like soldiers and stuff like that. Because in issue 2, he gave Maya command an order, like, you're gonna help me out, and that's an order. And so this would be a cool part of him growing out of it, of trying to be a leader, of a military leader, I would say, and more of like trying, like, I don't know, like leadership roles are different, but I want to see where they're going to push him. So I mean, that's really it. That's all I have for this first two issues, and I'll do like a full review once the whole story is complete. But that'll be it. Have a good night, guys, and take care.